अगर आपको
Gurudev,
मेरे
on
द्वारा
behalf
दी
of
गई अपडेट्स
IIT
अच्छी लगी हो
Kharagpur
तो
community,
प्लीज़ कमेंट,
a
शेयर
very
एंड सब्सक्राइब।
heartfelt welcome to you, Gurudev. We are deeply grateful and honored. Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. We have heard this, asatoma satgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya. And it is said, Guru is one who takes us from darkness to light. A big round of welcome and applause to Gurudev, who symbolizes knowledge, awareness, wisdom, and illumination of the human mind. Today's session is Decode Life. We know how to decode the world, but how do we decode ourselves? This session, we have attempted to break it into 3 parts: life before birth, life as becoming, and life after we pass away. Before we are born, we have no name, no degree, no profession, no identity, no achievements. And yet, once we enter life, we gradually construct an entirely different identity around these things. So we have some questions from myself to Gurudev around these 3 segments, and from Director Sir to Gurudev around these 3 segments, and then from the audience to Gurudev. This is how we will proceed. Gurudev, before we become something, somebody, who are we?
Just look back when you were a child, what were the values you were exhibiting? What were the trends you were showing up in your life? You would notice as a child you were a bundle of joy. A baby anywhere in the world, anywhere from Mongolia to Argentina to Canada to Australia, New Zealand, they all have the same. They are all yogis. If you see, if you observe how they make their body movement, how they breathe, you don't need a yoga teacher. Observing a child, you can become a yogi. And you see their mindset, they do anything 100%. If they get angry, their anger comes from the whole body. And when they are laughing from the whole body. They do anything 100% and they don't let it stay for too long. Have you seen, the most fascinating scene is to see a baby crying and the tears are still in its cheek, still on the cheek, and they start smiling. And somewhere we lost these basic nature of life, where life lives in the, teaches you to live in the present moment. And a baby lives in the present moment. And it does everything 100%. It aligns itself with nature. And you ask a baby, what do you want? What does it say? Just smiles and says, nothing. A sense of contentment you will find in the babies. So our spirit embodies some of these most valuable trends or qualities which somehow or somewhere we seem to be losing. Yeah? Now, what were we before we came into the world? We were in the mother's womb. And where were we before that? Did we really exist? There are ample evidence of child prodigies these days who can remember the past life. Have you heard about that? There are so many scientific evidences that shows that this energy is indestructible. Our consciousness, our mind is nothing but energy. If you agree that our consciousness is energy, and you know energy can never be destroyed. According to third law of thermodynamics, what does it say? Energy can never be destroyed. Our body, every particle of this body has come from this planet, goes back to the body. Similarly, our consciousness has come from a vast consciousness, and it goes back to that, and that is where the science of spirituality stands. Often we think spirituality means just read Tulsi Ramayana or read some Ramayana, Mahabharata, or do some Karma Kand, and we think, oh, this is spirituality. No, no, no. Spirituality is pondering over what consciousness is. Yeah, done.
Interpretation, Gurudev. And just you were speaking about the thermodynamics and science. Modern science, as we see people from the science or technology world, they have developed an extraordinary way of looking into it as a third person observation. We say so-called impersonal observation. But consciousness actually presents a unique challenge. The observer is also part of the phenomenon. So observer is not actually neutral to everything what is happening. So how modern science can investigate this kind of consciousness without losing the first person experience of the person who is actually conscious? And what might India's contemplative traditions contribute to such eternal inquiry?
Yeah. We are in a very fortunate age where science is meeting our ancient spiritual theories, concepts, and experiences. They simply validating our age-old experiences that matter is not what we think it is all just wave function. In our ancient Indian philosophy, we have said Spandakarika. If you have heard one book by name Spandakarika, that means the science of vibrations. And what it says, that everything is vibration. What you see as an object is really not object. It is just a wave function, appears to be an object. So the world is unreal. This, in 2022, 3 scientists got Nobel Prize in physics for declaring the world is unreal, which has been declared by our Vedanta long time ago. Isn't it? Isn't it fascinating? What we knew long back, that what appears is not real, it is just an appearance. Our body appears to be stagnant, but that is not true. In 1 year, every cell in your body is changing. Your body is a cemetery or burial ground, and at the same time, your body is also maternity home. There are 30 trillion cells in your body at any given point of time, and they're changing over the period of time. So you are like a river, your body is like a river which is ancient, yet very new every moment. So your body is undergoing a lot of changes. So your mind. If you fly up from the air, you will see on the seashore there is a white lining. It appears to be stagnant. But when you come down, you know that it's no stagnant, it's all waves. The waves appear to be stagnant when you see from a height. Similarly, our body appears to be solid, but 99.99999% of our body is all space element. This is what the scientists say today. And this is what our ancient people said, we are all made up of Akash Tattva, Akasha. So, it is fascinating to see the science of consciousness is being understood today from a scientific angle which has been an ancient philosophy. Now, with this question, the subject-object relationship, theory of relativity, this has been our thing from long time. We said drishta, drish or darshan, the seer, the scenery and the process of being, darshan. These triputi, they are called triputi. Yoga begins here. What does yoga say? Tada drashtu swarupe avasthana. Abiding in the nature of the seer is what yoga is. And who is the seer? Not the scenery, but something which is beyond the five elements: earth, water, air, fire, ether. Beyond that there is consciousness. So we have counted this. We have our own periodic table in the Vedic literature. We say 36 elements. 36 elements form the periodic table. The first is earth element, the most gross. You know what is the last one? 36 is Shiva. Shiva is also a principle that is the basic summum bonum of consciousness, which is all pervading, the subtlest of it. So the 36th principle which has been enunciated, when we study this Agama Shastras, it is really mind-boggling how close we are or how in sync we are with the modern physics.
Thank you, Gurudev. We now go to the second segment, which is life as becoming. We enter life, we study, we complete, we achieve, we fail, we succeed, we form relationships, we lose, we begin again. And throughout all of this, the mind is constantly moving. In Patanjali's Yoga Sutra, it says, Yoga chitta vritti nirodha. Yoga is stilling the fluctuations of the mind. Gurudev, our students live in a world of continuous stimulation, including all of us. Notifications, deadlines, competitions, comparison, information, uncertainty. How does one cultivate inner stillness without withdrawing from the world?
Oh yeah, today's big challenge, right? Just last week I came to know that 1 in every 3 suicide in the world, which is 1 for every 40 seconds, is happening in India. 1/3 of world suicide is happening. I was shocked, I tell you. I was really shocked. I never thought India would have such a high rate. This statistics really rattles us. This shows somewhere we have not using our own potential and our own roots. Our roots, we are not honoring our roots. Somewhere we need to wake up. This is a wake-up call for all of us. Of course, there is pressure to perform, but there are ways in which you can handle all that. You know what is happening? There is a part of brain in you called ACC. Have you heard about ACC? How many of you have not heard about ACC? Raise your hand. Not heard? Or today you find out about it. There is that frontal cortex in the brain that's called ACC. This ACC becomes stronger when you do things which you don't like, which is little tough to do. When ACC is strong, you become very resilient and nobody can shake you. Nothing can make you feel weak, lonely, upset and reactive. People who go to gym and do lot of gym, build their muscles, they are more resilient. Isn't it? How many of you notice? How many of you have observed this? Raise your hand, let me see. Because you are doing some hard work. When you do gymnasium, what happens? The ACC is developing. Nobody likes to do gym, it's very boring. But when you think it is necessary, it's good for you and do it, it makes your ACC stronger. The stronger ACC, less reactive you are. Got it? That is what we said tapasya. Tapasya means what? You know something is good for you. You know you want to detoxify your body. You have too many toxins. You have been stuffing your body with so much food. And the undigested food causes ama by Ayurvedic principles. Ama means the home for toxins. So when more toxins happen in your body, your immune system goes for a toss. So when these things happen, what do you say? No, I want to do some cleansing. What do you do for cleansing? You say, okay, I'm going to be only on juice for 2 days, 3 days. Or I'm going to only have some water or some electrolytes. Then what happens in 2-3 days, though you feel hungry and you are resisting it, your body cleanses. All the toxins gets digested. And your body throws away those toxins. So, sharir shuddhi ho jata hai. The body gets purified. Like that pranayam. If you do some bastrika, some pranayam, what happens? It pumps in so much energy inside of you. Your enthusiasm goes up. Your energy level goes up. And a lot of good happens. There are 100 benefits of pranayama and meditation. And pranayama is the best tapas. You understand tapas? So what does do? Tapas increases your efficiency. It makes you more efficient, and also it makes your brain work very sharp. And what else? It is keeping your enthusiasm high. It reduces your reactive tendency. It makes you to act. When you are full of enthusiasm, nobody can put you down. You become more resilient. Yeah? You'll bounce back from any situation. So all these things, all these benefits, there are 100 benefits of meditation. So few minutes of meditation, few minutes of breathing, few minutes of exercise and some yoga, all will benefit you immensely and will help you to raise up to the occasion and to your own expectation.
Gurudev, as we all know, it is not just about a student, it is also the institution. IIT Kharagpur being one of the premier institutions, we are mandated to set rules, processes, disciplines, so to say, but that itself cannot impose any inner discipline. It is just a set of things written on the paper. How can an educational institution like ours cultivate a culture in which discipline is not just compliance to some rules, but becomes a self-governance, where a student learns to manage time, attention, impulses, and responsibility all coming from within instead of an external system governing that?
Yeah, why would one not follow a discipline? Because it is boring. As simple as that. It is not giving them the result that they would like to have. But if they have lot of energy and enthusiasm, and they know that they start loving something, the whole shift happens. This is, keeping this in mind, we designed this YES program, YES Plus program, that for students, I think we have signed MOU with this institution also. Once they do the S plus, they will see that there is lot of fun in, in discipline, that you don't need to force it on yourself. You will naturally would like to do what is right for you.
That would be simply great.
Yeah,
I think we can move to the next module.
yeah.
Samatvam yoga uchyate Gurudev. Gurudev, does equanimity mean that we stop caring about success?
No. Equanimity, say that again. Equanimity what?
Samatvam yoga uchyate Gurudev. Yoga is equanimity. So the question is, does equanimity mean that we stop caring about success?
Caring for success. No.
Caring about success.
No. You care for success, no doubt. But equanimity means what? Not to be too reactive. Why equanimity? So that your perception becomes sharper. Your observation becomes accurate. And your expression is satisfactory to yourself and to the others. Perception, observation, and expression. These three things in you should improve. When will they improve? When your emotion is steady, then your intellect becomes sharper. If you are emotionally very upset or worked out, you will only react. And then what happens? Whenever you react, you end up regretting. Isn't it? Tell me, how many of you regret when you have reacted? Raise your hand, let me see. You all, yeah. So you don't want to react, then what you need to do, you need to have the strength, inner strength. Inner strength is what equanimity is all about. Don't interpret it as though, oh, even if I fail, it's okay, if I succeed, it's okay. No. Okay?
And this brings us to the end, towards the end of this segment, which is education for life. I have only one more question before it is open to the audience. Gurudev, institutions like IIT Kharagpur, we prepare professionals at the end because it's a primarily technology institution, and we prepare young people primarily for their careers as per what we actually do. But there are many things which a curriculum, no matter how good or how advanced they are, that will not be able to answer, like the meaning, morality, relationships, service, and what lives behind the person. How should an institution of higher learning, such as IIT Kharagpur, the oldest and the largest IIT, and we are today 75 years completed, and how can we prepare a young person not just for a so-called successful career, yes, for a successful career, but for a meaningful life?
Yeah. I'd like to stand up and answer. Are you all here? You know what psychologists say? If someone is speaking for 10 minutes, you go for a tea break 3 times. Mentally you are not here. Physically you may be sitting. You know, your classrooms were designed, I'm going to speak that in the main hall also, but I would like to mention here also. Your classrooms are designed for 45 minutes or 50 minutes? 55 minutes. You know why? 75 years back, when this institution was founded, the attention span of a person was 50 minutes. But today, how much it is, you know? 30 seconds. I want to tell you one thing that happened when I was in Washington, D.C. I visited the school there. I just wanted to visit. We had celebrations, big World Culture Festival. Then I said, I want to go on to school and see. In the classroom, They didn't have chairs like this. You know what they had? You know the ball which we find in the gym, in which you sit and bounce on? That's what they had in the classroom. I thought I have come to the gymnasium because there are all balls in the room. And the principal said, no. So this is where our children sit because they are restless and they don't have attention to keep bouncing on it while the lesson is going on. I said, oh my God. If someone is bouncing, how will the teacher able to communicate with them? You know, 50% of school teachers are all depressed. Because they say something, they give some knowledge and receiver is not there at all. They're bouncing on the ball. I say, otherwise it's difficult to keep the children in the classroom. I say. We have moved so far away from a healthy living, both mentally and physically. And so, the institutions are not here just to stuff you with information that you can do in your fingertips. Today you don't need to go to a library. You ask ChatGPT anything you want, it gives you everything. So you don't have to, the people who are studying in the first year, they know all the knowledge in the third year. Correct? How many students raise your hands here for that? Look at that. There in the top. Yeah? You get all the information. You are not here just to take information. Remember, you are here to build your personality. The fact that you are from IIT Kharagpur itself is your qualification. You got an entrance here. Maybe I may not have got. But the fact that you got admission here in a prestigious institution, you should be happy, number one. Second, you know all the informations are available to you in the fingertips. You don't need to go to library, as I said. Just take your phone and you will find everything there. It's not just the information. Now is the time for you to be innovative. Take the help of your professors. Get a connectivity to them. Feel connected to them. You should have, that guru-shishya connection with your professors. Sit with them. Give your ideas. Sometimes you may have a better idea than your own professors. Tell me, how many of you think you have better ideas? Already few hands are coming up. You know, young people from MIT, just 3 young men, four of them got together. They made something about the space. You know about the story, right? And they sold their company in 3 years' time. You know who? $60 billion they sold. To Elon Musk. So our young people have tremendous potential and you have huge potential capabilities. You have so much in you. Be entrepreneur. Have an entrepreneurial spirit. Don't think whatever studied in the book is only thing. You sit, study on your own, build your personality, number one. Second is, I would like to suggest you all, you need to balance your right and left brain activity. Your engineering is all too much left brain. And to balance that, you must listen to music or sing music, dance. Take some time to enrich yourself emotionally. Third thing, you all should have multitasking. I know many IIT graduates, gold medalists, they can't write a simple welcome speech. They cannot write a good letter of invitation. Don't be that way. Are you with me? Are you all listening? If you are asked to write a poem, an essay, or a letter, you should be able to do it very well. So don't restrict yourself to a curriculum which was formed not now, several decades ago. Every day science is developing, every day things are changing. So you should be with the wave of change. So learn as many skills as you can. What do you say? How many of you agree? Up there. Hope you're not sleeping. सो तो नहीं गए यहाँ और उधर यहाँ. And take some time to do some social activities, social work. Sometimes you ask your mom, Mom, I would like to go for shopping for you. Shall I go and what do you want me to buy? You know, some simple gestures from your side can make your parents very happy. What do you think? Huh? Some of us don't do that. Many of us don't do that. Some days sit and appreciate, oh, it's so nice. This food, today you made such a good food. It's so nice. You appreciate that. How many of you have done that? How many of you have not done this? Let me ask, how many of you have not done it? You don't do it very often, right? How many of you don't do very often? Raise your hand. Come on, raise. Do you appreciate other people's? You don't do it. Don't tell me I did it once 3 years back. Frequently appreciate the good things around you and have positive mindset. If someone is talking all negativity, immediately pounce and pull them out of the negative cloud and say, hey, look, this is positive. What do you say? See, there are a lot of bad things happening in our country, in the world. But if you only think about it, you get so depressed. You can't do anything. So think about the positive things that's happening in the country also. What do you think? Are you there? Are you all there? Think of something positive also. See, we are advancing in ways that is shocking the world. 10 years back, we were number 14 in economy, world economy. Where were we? Today, number 3. Almost number 3, you can say 4. That is a big growth. Huh? Even today, the infrastructure is not good in the next country, I was told. I haven't been there. Just across the border, infrastructure is not as good as this country. Maybe Bengal, I don't know. But look at the south and other parts of this nation. Infrastructure is mind-boggling. In Tamil Nadu, if you go, you find the best of the roads. How many of you have been to Tamil Nadu? Oh, so many of you have been. Tamil Nadu, the roads have become so good. What was some years back and what it is today is uncomparable. Huh? That's there, that's it. So, every part of our country has progressed in some way which is really, really wonderful. Take for example Odisha. What was Odisha before? What is today? Big difference. How many of you agree on that? How many are from Odisha here? Odisha, big difference. We have a university there. You know, a gentleman who made several universities came to me, Gurudev, we would like to make a university for you with your values in it. With the human values and yoga, meditation, everything joined together. I said, okay, do it. So where we should do? He said, Gujarat. I can do it, I did it there, this. I said, no. There are so many universities already in Gujarat. Where there is need is in Odisha. I said, go to Odisha and do it. 12 years ago, they came with not much money. We built a university. Today, it is number 6 in the country and number 1 in the eastern zone. And it's the happiest campus. Everybody does the yoga, meditation, and then no alcohol, no drugs there, no intoxicants. People are happy. So what I mean to say is, and 400 startup has come from the university. 400. And government has taken, central government has taken. So this prestigious institution, the 75 years platinum jubilee of this institution, has given birth to so many scientists, so many engineers, so many very, very top ranking people from these institutions. I know many of them. Some of them are part of Art of Living now. Some of them, yeah. IIT Kharagpur has given birth to many talents here. Remember all your alumni, and you have a bright future. I want you to remember that. You have a bright future. Have that confidence and be entrepreneurial in your spirit. Okay?
Before we open the floor to audience with 1 or 2 questions, Gurudev, everything we call mine, eventually everything changes. What actually happens after death?
For this, you should come and do some silence retreats, and we'll tell you more about that, yeah? I think we don't have much time. Maybe we can ask the young people to ask one or two, isn't it? What time we have to go there?
We can request the audience questions. Please raise your hand and somebody will come with the mic to you. You can take
Yeah,
1 or 2 questions.
go ahead.
So, Gurudev, sometimes in our life, what happens, we need to be choosing between ambition and family.
Can you please say that again?
Yes. Sometimes in our
Can you keep
life,
the mic closer?
sometimes in our life, we face crossroads. And in women's life is very common, and you have to choose between your family and ambition. So, in today's generation, what is the solution for us young women?
Yeah. You know, there is no definite criteria between family and ambition. First of all, don't think they are in loggerheads. If it appears to be loggerhead, I would say you should choose your, go with your ambition and then convince your family to move with you. Yeah? Okay. Next. Yeah.
Pranam Gurudev.
Uh-huh.
My question is from Spandkarika that you mentioned.
Huh?
So my question is from Spandkarika that you mentioned. So I want to
What is
ask,
Question is from what?
Spandkarika.
Spandkarika. Okay, go ahead.
Ji. So what I have means read that Spandkarika a bit. So what I understand from there is that the Spand Sakti, which is, so that has everything that we perceive as world, and world is nothing but the Vimarsh in that Spandkarika. So there are two things, the Aham and Idam. So Idam is nothing but the Vimarsh in that Aham, which is food Aham Vimarsh, and that Vimarsh is what we perceive as the world.
Correct.
So the world is continuously changing, so that's why we perceive the time here. And since this world is nothing but the Vimarsh itself, so that Vimarsh, which is in the Spand, that should also continuously change. So if that continuity is there, then the time should also be there in the Spand. Then how that timelessness is retained there?
Yeah. That which is beyond time contains time. When you say the spanda is beyond time, that means it contains time. Are you getting what I'm saying? Otherwise, you can't say something is beyond time. Yeah? Like you say, I don't feel the time, but you are saying it in time only. Vimarsha is the knowledge that you get about it. The knowledge aspect of the sambandha, spandha is vimarsha. Idam is this, aham is mine, the subjective and objective spandhas. And there is samanya spandha, the general vibration is everything, and vishesha spandha. What is vishesha spandha? The objects. Now, you are a special vibration, but the vibration around you is a general vibration. Are you getting what I'm saying? Yeah? Yes, that's it.
Jai Gurudev. Gurudev, what is success? How to handle fear of failure or in general failure? Sometimes it feels my friends have reached a lot far from where I am standing. How to deal with this feeling?
Number one, don't compare yourself with others. Okay? Number two, see, are you getting so lethargic, or are you having very late night work and getting very late in the morning? Are you eating too much? So look into your habits. These habits, can dampen your creativity. What is it? Number one, when your circadian rhythm is haywire, that is, your body rhythm is not fitting with the nature. Circadian rhythm, you have heard about it. So when all the birds, no bird wake up at 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Have you seen any birds waking up at 10 o'clock? No, they wake up with the sunrise. Even before sunrise they wake up. Like that, if you change your sleeping time and your waking up time, you will see you will become more creative. Number one. Number two, see your food is proper. If you eat very heavy food in the afternoon for lunch, by 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, you will feel so sleepy and so dull. Have you noticed this? Yeah? Too much sleep, too much food, and not in accordance with the circadian rhythm will all dampen your creativity. Okay? And then with this, if you make these little changes and do meditation as part of your routine, you'll see you'll become very creative. Okay?
Thank you, Gurudev.
And never mind, failures are part of success. People who have failed for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times, then we succeed. You think NASA has not failed many times before they launch? They failed. Our ISRO, haven't they failed? Before Mars mission, how many times they failed? But did they stop? Did they give up? That's it. So, failure comes, it's only giving you a lesson. What better you can do for the next step. Okay.
Gurudev, can we request you to lead us into a very, very short meditation?
Short meditation. What time we have to go to the other program?
We have 5 minutes. 5 more minutes. 5, 6 minutes.
It is too small time to do meditation. You know what? I have an app called Sattva app, a Bliss app. That's called Bliss and Art of Living app. There are 20 minutes meditation, 15 minutes are there, 10 minutes. If you just download that and you can sit, relax, put the app and relax, you'll see meditation will happen. Yeah? 5 minutes, 7 minutes may not be that, because we lose that time. Once you go deep in, you don't want to come out so fast. It will be too jarring, okay? But I can tell you something, maybe we can do it in the big hall.
Yes.
We will do meditation with everybody, you all come there. Huh? There we will do, with my talk, with the talk, I will also lead everyone into a short meditation there. What do you think?
Yes, yes, Guruji.
Okay.
So in the interest of time and the next function starting at 2:30, we would like to pause here. I know our hearts are ever full with wisdom. May I request Director Sir to please felicitate Pujya Gurudev. जीवन जीने की कला, the art of living. Thank you, Pujya Gurudev. Thank you, Director Sir. Let's take back the wisdom with us. And let our lives be fulfilled, happy, and we thank everybody for being here.
We request everyone to kindly take their seats. Thank you so much for being here.